right, guys. What have we been working on a lot with you guys? Mentality, would you say, is one, right? So let's go into this turn really quick. What's the best line right now? Inside? What's the easiest line? Second rut? Why would the second rut be easier than the inside rut?
That's like kind of hard to get into.
The inside rut sets you up better for everything.
It does, right? The inside, everything about this right now, the inside's easier, it's the shortest rut. Only thing, it's maybe a little hard right here, and that not hard to get into, you just can't lean because of the hay bale, right? So we're taking away from our momentum, right? And we're also thinking about Loretta's though, right? Where is everybody gonna go at? So the only reason this inside is really good is, what did I do yesterday? You weren't allowed to go in it for the last hour and a half of the day, right? So it made that outside a little bit more buckled, right? But we're thinking mentality. If we always inside, you go inside here, Peyton, where do you go in the next turn? Inside. So Loretta's, where's Peyton gonna go? Inside, right? We talk about it. The best guys, not saying they don't take any insides, but that's not their focus, right? Because I'm on a 450, it's 105 degrees, possibly 110 degrees. Every inside, what am I doing? Am I slowing down more? So what am I gonna feel at the halfway mark? Tired, hot. Now those insides, right? I'm getting more and more tired. It's a mentality. Get in a flow. Get that air moving, right? When that guy that's getting tired, all he knows is the inside, you see that halfway mark, you're like, let's go, baby. We're just getting into this flow. We're starting to figure this track out. We're going. This guy's going that way, you're going that way. But if your mentality stays inside, that won't happen, right? You'll be that guy that sees that halfway and you'll be like, oh my God, it is so hot, I'm dying, right? And you're creating that, right? This line's probably your hardest line. This line is a little tough as well though, because it's split in between lines. Anytime you have a visual of an outside and an inside rut and you're in between those can kind of throw off your vision. Where the inside line, it takes those out of the equation, right? So it makes that a little easier. Like Josh, you took that middle line, right? So I want everybody, these are your two options. This line, that line. 1, 2. When you take this line right here, it's very easy to want to get aggressive here like Gabe. You got a little aggressive here, what the bike want to do? Shoot up that inside. So we've got to be patient here so that we get that exit and we're able to drive out. Too aggressive there, you're not going to have that. So you want to feel that, just like we worked in the last section. Keep the bike moving. No matter what line, this line or that line, we're keeping the bike moving. All right, let's go. Which line did you think, Peyton?
I like that outside here.
You like this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you like? Outside? Second? I thought second and outside. I think all of them are pretty close if you put a stopwatch on them.
Because the second one just sets you up a little bit better for that.
for that next turn, right? That's where I didn't agree so much with that third rut as if I was going in that next one, where the second rut still kind of did what the inside rut did, but you didn't have to worry about your lean angle right here as much. You could lean more, and you think, like Loretta's, how many people crash in that inside going around the billboard? Right, stop, right? And that you would say is similar to this. This isn't quite as tight, but this is pretty tight, you know? Because once you really start trying to race, you know, and stop, go, a little bit too much lean in it, and it kind of grabs you, stuffs, and then you lose that drive, where you think, right here, you go to this line and this line, do I have more forward movement right here in these two lines? And you look at it, it's a little more distance, it's not that much. But we go back to talking about the heat, the humidity, right? What line am I gonna get the hottest in? What line is your bike gonna get the hottest, right? So it all goes together into your feet, into your body. You keep that breeze, keep that bike cool, keep it moving. It's going to be better overall. And it's the mentality, because we just saw when you guys started, how many of you were the inside mentality? Raise your hand. So what were we at? 90%? 95%? Right? So it's the same thing at Loretta's. 95% is going to go there when they can. Yes, in the race, they have to move a little bit more, but it gets kind of single file. So you look at that, you'd at least go 60, 75% of the people are going to do that. So what line's going to get chewed up the most? Right? So everybody's not willing to take those lines, and you look at that outside line, that can be a very slow line for some people. If, you know, and you guys saw it and probably felt it when you'd overbrake, like Max, did you feel when you would overbrake in the middle? And that was for anybody, react a little too much. Now more distance, overall is a lot slower. So we've got to take those lines, and the more we take those lines that don't connect perfectly and we can get the bike moving, we're going to get better and better in those lines, and we're going to understand, like you said, I like that line better actually now than this line. But if I never take those lines, when I get there and those options are there, I'm not going to magically be like, yeah, I'm going to take that. You're going to be a little nervous and held back from taking things that if you would have worked from now until then, you would be more confident in doing. Reason yesterday in those last section, or the last moto, I forced you guys where? Outsides, right? Outsides, especially there, it's so tight, right? So now let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Move every time the different rut. Main thing, every line, you're trying to keep the bike moving as much as possible. And you're gonna feel in this inside how you can't get in quite as good. Outside? Because why? Two hooks, you struggle with the middle one? All right. So if you were working this outside and that middle, right, would you say those were probably the two hardest? Okay. Which line did you never struggle with? Inside, right? So going back to the line that is very hard to struggle in, should we get good at that? Yeah, it's easy, right? So the better I get at this line and this line, there's opportunities to be faster in these two lines than even the inside line. But if you ever have to move back to the inside line, it's going to be easy, right? No matter what. The better I get at these, the smooth line with no buckle, short rut, I got that all day long, right? That's never going to be a struggle. The only thing is, everybody's going to go there, and I can't carry as much momentum. So there's actually room to grow in these two lines. That inside line starts to get maxed out, right? And that's what you've got to think big picture, not in the moment. right? That line's the best, that's the easiest, it's the fastest. But if I take every easy line, when there's only challenging lines, what's gonna happen? Go to Loretta's, would you say most lines are challenging? Yeah, it doesn't want to flow that good until you're able to take these lines more and get into a flow, right? You all got through all of these lines pretty good at times, but you just got to be more consistent, right? You got to get that every time. You've got, say, 20 turns at Loretta's. I don't know exact number, but you got to do it how many times? 11 times a race, so 60-something times that week, you got to flow through the track that doesn't flow that well, right? You got to be able to find that, and the only way to do that, you have great opportunities here with the track getting rutted, chewed up, blown out, buckles, right? All of the things that come up, but you look in this turn right here, there's still one easy line, right? A lot of times there's that one easy line, and which line attracts us the most, even in sections? The easy line, right? Oh, that one's the best, that's the easiest, but overall big picture, I want to be able to get this tough line every single time with momentum, with not coming off of it, even though it has hooks, and even as that hook gets worse, I still execute it every single time. Then, if there's an easy line at the race, I know I'm gonna get it, and if there's not, I'm prepared, I'm ready, and I'm gonna be at the top of that guy that can actually find the flow. All right, guys, let's go 30 minutes. Yeah, 11:30 back out.